Hey Raiders fans, we're back with an exclusive video and the latest updates on our beloved Las Vegas Raiders. Before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. That way, you'll always stay up to date with breaking news and exclusive content. MAXX Crosby's recent press conference has sent shockwaves through the NFL community, leaving Raiders fans and league analysts alike questioning the future of one of the most dominant defensive forces in the game. The announcement of his departure was delivered with a calm but resolute tone, hinting at underlying tensions that have been brewing behind the scenes for months. Sources close to the team suggest that Crosby's decision was not entirely unexpected, as whispers of dissatisfaction with management, coaching strategies, and long-term team direction have been circulating within locker room circles. The defensive end's performance on the field has been consistently stellar, earning him recognition as one of the most relentless pass rushers in the league. Yet speculation now arises that he may be seeking a more competitive environment where his talents are maximized, both in terms of contract value and championship contention. Analysts are already dissecting the potential ripple effects across team dynamics, salary caps, and defensive schematics, speculating which franchises might be able to meet his demands while providing the platform Crosby clearly desires. The timing of this announcement has only fueled further intrigue, as it comes amid a period of uncertainty for the Raiders' front office, sparking debates over whether the team is prepared to rebuild around a new core or risk losing additional key pieces to free agency. Fans, meanwhile, are left in a state of shock, sharing a mixture of admiration, confusion, and frustration across social media, as the reality of Crosby's exit begins to sink in. Rumors have been swirling about the potential destinations for Crosby, with multiple teams reportedly expressing interest, though none have been officially confirmed. Some insiders speculate that a high-profile trade could be in the works, potentially involving multiple first-round picks or a significant player swap, while others suggest that Crosby might pursue a lucrative free agency deal that positions him as the cornerstone of a defensive resurgence elsewhere. Conversations in media circles have already begun dissecting which franchises have the cap space, the defensive schemes, and a locker room culture capable of enticing a player of Crosby's caliber. The speculation is intensified by his on-field reputation as both a ferocious competitor and a player with strong leadership qualities, traits that make him a rare commodity in the modern NFL landscape. Additionally, whispers of internal disagreements with coaching staff over defensive strategies and play-calling philosophies have only added fuel to the fire, suggesting that Crosby's departure could have been motivated by both professional and personal considerations. Analysts are debating whether his exit will trigger a domino effect, prompting other veterans to reconsider their futures with the Raiders, and whether this moment signals a pivotal shift in the organization's broader philosophy. Social media discussions are rife with passionate fan reactions, ranging from nostalgia over Crosby's contributions to speculation about how the team might compensate for the sudden loss of their defensive anchor, highlighting the uncertainty and drama surrounding this development. Industry insiders have hinted that Crosby's announcement may have been strategically timed to maximize leverage, creating speculation around potential offers and media coverage. The timing, combined with the suddenness of the press conference, has led many to believe that behind-the-scenes negotiations have been ongoing for weeks, possibly months, with both the Raiders management and interested teams exploring the terms that could secure a mutually beneficial outcome. This level of speculation has opened the door for debates over the franchise's priorities, questioning whether the Raiders are focused on long-term strategic rebuilding or merely navigating short-term challenges. Some sports commentators suggest that Crosby's exit could catalyze a broader discussion about player empowerment, contract negotiations, and the balance of power between athletes and front offices, particularly for elite performers whose presence significantly impacts team identity. The narrative surrounding Crosby's departure is further complicated by his public persona, known for both transparency and a relentless drive, leaving fans and media alike attempting to decipher whether this announcement reflects personal ambition, professional frustration, or a calculated move designed to reshape his career trajectory. Rumors of potential destinations are expanding, including speculation that teams with strong playoff aspirations and defensive needs might be poised to aggressively pursue him, creating an air of uncertainty that only intensifies the intrigue surrounding this dramatic development. The press conference itself was carefully scrutinized, with body language, choice of words, and subtle hints fueling theories about possible future alignments, trades, or signings. Speculators are intensely focused on which teams are capable of accommodating a player of Crosby's stature and contract expectations, considering the intricate interplay of salary cap constraints, roster needs, and long-term strategic visions. Analysts are drawing comparisons with similar high-profile departures in recent NFL history, examining how elite defensive players have historically influenced franchise trajectories upon moving to new environments. Some experts suggest that Crosby's decision may serve as a catalyst for other players in similar positions, encouraging greater assertiveness in contract negotiations and organizational alignment. Within the Raiders fan base, speculation has taken on an almost speculative investment intensity, with social media debates ranging from theoretical trade packages to predictions about how the team's defensive performance will adapt in the absence of Crosby. Meanwhile, league commentators have noted that his departure, if confirmed through formal channels, may signal a turning point not only for the Raiders but for the defensive landscape of the NFL as a whole. The strategic implications extend far beyond a single team, as analysts assess how rival franchises could capitalize on the Raiders' sudden vulnerability, while also considering how Crosby's presence might transform a new team's defensive identity. All of these factors combine to create a swirl of uncertainty, excitement, and speculation that continues to dominate sports conversations across digital platforms. Behind the scenes, sources suggest that Crosby's exit may have been influenced by more than just contractual or professional considerations, hinting at potential philosophical disagreements with coaching staff and management over team direction. While exact details remain unconfirmed, speculation is rife that these differences may have reached a tipping point, prompting Crosby to seek a fresh start elsewhere. This narrative aligns with broader patterns observed in professional sports, where elite athletes often leverage their value to influence organizational strategies, roster composition, and long-term vision. The potential implications for the Raiders are significant, with analysts debating how the team might restructure defensive schemes, redistribute responsibilities among remaining players, and manage the psychological impact of losing a key locker room leader. Speculation also extends to the ripple effects on player morale, recruitment strategies, and potential changes in front office priorities, as decision-makers weigh the cost of retaining loyalty against the practicalities of competitive performance. The drama surrounding Crosby's departure underscores the delicate balance between player satisfaction, team success, and organizational stability, making this one of the most closely watched developments in recent NFL history. Fans are eagerly awaiting further clarification, with every new rumor or hint of negotiation generating waves of discussion and debate across sports networks, online forums, and social media platforms. The unfolding situation represents not just a potential personnel change, but a seismic narrative that could redefine the Raiders' trajectory and reshape league-wide perceptions of player agency and team dynamics. The speculation surrounding Crosby's next move is intensified by his status as both a premier defensive talent and a respected leader, creating a complex calculus for interested franchises. Teams must consider not only his on-field contributions, but also the intangible impact on locker room culture, team chemistry, and media narratives. Analysts are contemplating scenarios ranging from blockbuster trades involving multiple draft picks to strategic free agency signings designed to maximize both financial efficiency and competitive advantage. Rumors have already emerged linking Crosby to teams with aggressive defensive schemes, playoff ambitions, and veteran leadership capable of complementing his skill set, though none of these leads have been substantiated. The broader context of his departure raises questions about organizational accountability, coaching philosophies, and the evolving dynamics between players and management in professional sports. Fans and commentators alike are dissecting every nuance, from subtle hints in his press conference statements to potential contractual maneuvers that could influence his ultimate destination. The uncertainty fuels a vibrant ecosystem of rumor, speculation, and analysis as media outlets compete to interpret the implications for the Raiders, Crosby's career, and the NFL landscape. This saga has rapidly become a focal point for sports discourse, reflecting both the drama inherent in elite-level competition and the heightened stakes of modern professional football. Amid this whirlwind of speculation, the conversation inevitably turns to the potential long-term consequences of Crosby's departure on the Raiders' franchise identity and competitive prospects. Analysts are debating how the team might adapt its defensive philosophy, whether through a strategic pivot, accelerated player development, or targeted acquisitions designed to mitigate the loss of a premier defensive force. Rumors suggest that front office decision-makers are evaluating multiple scenarios, including potential trades, draft strategies, and coaching adjustments, all aimed at preserving both short-term competitiveness and long-term organizational stability. Meanwhile, discussions among fans and commentators increasingly focus on the broader cultural and psychological impact of losing a player of Crosby's stature, with speculation about locker room morale, leadership voids, and fan engagement dominating narratives. The unfolding drama underscores the intricate interplay between individual talent, team dynamics, and organizational strategy, highlighting the delicate balance required to maintain competitive performance in a league as unforgiving as the NFL. While no official confirmation of Crosby's next destination has emerged, the speculation continues unabated, generating intense interest, debate, and anticipation. Each new rumor or analysis adds layers of intrigue, reinforcing the notion that this announcement is more than a simple player transaction. It is a pivotal moment with the potential to reshape both Crosby's career trajectory and the Raiders' future in profound ways. Analysts continue to debate which teams have the perfect combination of defensive schemes, veteran leadership, and playoff potential to attract Crosby, while fans craft elaborate what-if scenarios that span trade packages, draft picks, and potential coaching changes. Each rumor fuels another, creating a relentless cycle of anticipation and intrigue that dominates sports media coverage and social platforms alike. The story has transcended a simple player movement, becoming a narrative about power, ambition, and strategic maneuvering within one of the most competitive leagues in the world. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on our Las Vegas Raiders. And don't be shy. Drop your thoughts on the news in the comments below. Some insiders suggest that Crosby's decision could have long-term implications for player empowerment in the NFL, highlighting how elite athletes are increasingly able to influence not only their own careers, but also broader organizational strategies. Speculation includes the possibility that other key Raiders players may reconsider their futures, inspired by Crosby's bold move, potentially triggering a ripple effect across the roster. Analysts are also examining how this moment may influence future contract negotiations league-wide, as teams and players recalibrate expectations around loyalty, performance incentives, and organizational alignment. The conversation has expanded to include leadership dynamics, locker room culture, and the psychological impact of losing a cornerstone player, reinforcing the notion that Crosby's departure is as much about influence and identity as it is about football. Meanwhile, the suspense surrounding Crosby's next destination continues to escalate, with every potential landing spot sparking fresh debate and analysis. From teams with aggressive defensive philosophies to franchises seeking immediate championship contention, the speculation is virtually endless. Media outlets, podcasts, and social media channels are flooded with theories, predictions, and imagined scenarios, each adding to the growing narrative that MAXX Crosby's move is not just a transaction, but a transformational moment for the NFL. Fans are left in a constant state of anticipation, dissecting every hint and whisper as the drama unfolds with all the intensity of a high-stakes thriller. The league watches, waits, and speculates, knowing that wherever Crosby lands, the defensive landscape and competitive balance of the NFL will never be the same. Finally, some insiders hint that Barkley's ultimate goal may be less about avoiding the Raiders and more about setting a new standard for what top-tier players demand from the league. According to sources, he wants to ensure that wherever he lands, he is not only compensated fairly but also supported by an organization capable of maximizing his potential, both on and off the field. Analysts speculate that this may inspire a wave of similar decisions by other elite athletes, signaling a shift in power dynamics where players dictate terms, evaluate culture, and influence franchise practices. The saga has created endless debate across sports media, fueling rumors, speculation, and anticipation about Barkley's next move and the broader implications for the NFL. For the Raiders, the episode is a cautionary tale, exposing vulnerabilities and prompting reflection on how to compete for elite talent in a new era of player empowerment. Meanwhile, Barkley remains at the center of a narrative that blends rumor, drama, and strategic decision-making, highlighting the increasing sophistication, influence, and leverage that superstar athletes hold in shaping both their careers and the league itself. The story continues to unfold, leaving fans, executives, and analysts alike eagerly anticipating what comes next in this high-stakes drama. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Las Vegas Raiders, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.